Guys, it's me Fasa and here is my sister Pansai.
Hi.
So, we would like to share our unpopular opinions on podcasts.
Yeah, and it's why do people like to listen to podcasts so much?
Yeah, why us think it is nonsense and waste of time.
Yeah, podcasts are so boring.
Yeah, I mean why would people listening to somebody yapping, doing something and talk about some advice that you wouldn't listen and use it in your real life? You just use it, listen to it, think about it for 5 minutes and yeah, I should do that, this is great. And you just will forget it in I don't know, but after that you're just gonna, oh my god, you didn't listen to that at all.
Yeah, instead, why don't we watch TV, do our own homework, read books, or do something
educational
instead of listening to podcasts?
Yeah, seriously, podcast is so boring. It's just someone talking about weather, education, lifestyle, face, ghost stories and story. I think it is waste of time and we can spend our time doing something else, and even a book is better than that. What do you think?
I think so too. Even if I don't like reading a book, podcasts are way more boring than books.
Yeah, because podcasts is other people's opinions and mostly opinion and personal, so I don't think we should listen to other people's opinion that much, because other people and us, we have different perspective, right?
Yeah, and why do they all have such weird topics and we have to listen to them talking for 30 minutes saying nothing?
Yeah, us, we used to listen to some ghost story podcast and educational other topics about life and
Yeah,
stuff. We sleep after 10 minutes.
We sleep after 10 minutes.
Yeah, and 2 days later we don't remember anything.
Yeah, so I don't understand what's the point of listening to podcasts, because it's so boring and it's nonsense. So we just spend our time on something that more matter and important to our life, right?
Yeah, why don't you just watch YouTube videos instead of podcasts? They're basically the same thing, but we don't have to listen to their opinions.
Yeah, YouTube video have more, detail, image and creativities, while podcast is people talking about their experiences, opinions, and yeah, I don't think it's have significant matter in our life at all, and I don't understand why people make podcasts also. It's you just share your opinion.
Yeah, it's useless. Why wouldn't you want 10 more minutes of sleep instead of watching a boring podcast? This is definitely not a podcast.
Yeah, I think so. And podcasts, you talk, and if people disagree with your opinion, and when we listen and we disagree with their opinions, it's so frustrated.
You.
I disagree with this, why people think like this. I think that will make me so mad when I listen to someone's opinion that I feel, oh my god, strongly disagree with it.
Yeah, say the teacher, there's so many people that are doing podcasts and they're getting many views and they're so popular, but I think it's so boring.
You even leave the comment in the podcast video, some people are mad and disagree with it. So I don't think we should make a podcast because we're gonna receive a lot of haters. You see in TikTok
Yeah,
or other application. Have you read in the comment section?
I have many times.
And what do you think? Is it negative or more positive?
It depends on the podcast, but mostly are negative, especially on TikTok.
Right? Because like me and you sometimes we have different opinion. If you share to me and I disagree with it, I will say something bad about it. I will talk to others that, oh my god, why would she think something like this?
Yeah, and podcasts are so hard to make and they're a waste of time to make it.
Yeah, for me, instead of listening to podcasts, can we just talk to other people and socialize? We can talk and share our opinion to our friends, ask for people advice directly. We can talk in a group, right?
Yeah, and if we make a mistake, we have to cut it out, make it again, or edit it to make it look better.
Yeah, so do you think we should make a podcast?
No, they're like so hard to make, in my opinion, and it took many tries.
Yeah, like, okay, podcast is, oh my god, for us, we extremely sad and disappointed to make podcast and listen to podcasts because like, imagine waste 1 hour to think about topic, make like 10 takes of podcast, and we have to edit it and listen to other people podcast. It is they're trying to manipulate us. They're trying to convince us to have their mindset, think exactly the same thing as their opinions. No, we all have opinion, right?
Yeah, and the viewers or the audience probably think it's boring and they'll just skip the video or fall asleep.
Yeah, so podcast is not necessary in our opinion. And we're making this talking about podcasts, making podcasts. Yeah, we are doing it right now. This is making me feel like, oh my god, I'm uncomfortable when I'm talking to people. I mean, like, we can just talk and don't let anyone listen to our conversation. We can share our opinion to our friends, teachers, families. But, okay, so when you're talking to your friend, no one record your voice, right?
Yeah, like why are we even trying to make podcasts? What's the purpose of that? To let them to listen on our conversation or something?
Yeah, like when you make a podcast, you can open it twice and repeat it. What if we say something that make people feel uncomfortable and disagree about our opinions, or say something that make people mad, and oh my god, they have a voice. They can use and put it on internet and dramas and other stuff that, yeah. But when you're talking to your friends, family and other people, they didn't record your voice. If you make some mistake, say something bad, there's no proof, right?
Yeah, isn't this like invading our personal conversation? We're talking to each other and there's somebody recording us.
Yeah, but we even recorded ourselves though. I don't know why we're making podcasts, but
If I was a viewer, I would have fell asleep already.
okay, so you guys, okay, I have example and this will strongly prove our point. You guys listening to us now up to 9 minutes, you guys feel sleepy, right? You guys like, oh my god, what is she talking about? It's so boring. Like, let me sleep. I mean, like, some of you guys might not listening to us by now, right?
Yeah, they probably skipped.
Our video. So, it's prove our point, you guys.
That podcasts are boring and you shouldn't make them.
Yeah, and you have to thank you us that we talking to you and give you a best lullaby song that now made you wanna fall asleep.
Yeah, you should thank us.
Good night. Have a sweet dream, babe.
Bye.